Alert, journalist Don Lemon has been arrested in connection with an anti-ICE protest at a church in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Minutes ago, confirming that former CNN anchor Don Lemon has been arrested by federal agents in Los Angeles just after midnight this morning.
Did any of you have former CNN host Don Lemon being arrested in Hollywood after the Emmys or the Grammys, some other BS award show? Did any of you have that happening? Because I didn't have that on my bingo card, and I didn't have the White House coming out and trolling him on X. The White House this morning posted, "When life gives you lemons." Don Lemon arrested for involvement in the St. Paul church riots. We all have seen the footage where Don Lemon stormed into a church during a service, pushed in, went directly to the preacher, along with a bunch of other rioters, a bunch of other protesters, and they violated the sanctity, number one, of the church. And the other thing that he did and they did is they violated this long-standing law that was put in place by an organization that the Democrat Party started. It was put in place to prevent the people in the white hoods. So I didn't have a gay CNN liberal news anchor cosplaying as a member of the Democrat Party in white hoods running into a church. But this happened, and it only gets better. The Democrats found a way to indict former president 97 times in 3 different jurisdictions on phony charges. The Republicans can't find a way to indict Don freaking Lemon, and his crimes are literally on video. Vince, they did find the way. And they waited until he was in Hollywood. They waited until he was after an award show passing out garbage. But you see this here. Some of this stuff doesn't age well. Even Benny was posting about this morning, that Don Lemon's been arrested, and we're really starting to see some justice, some movement, some action. I want to ask you a couple of questions here. The timing of the arrest. This is right after Tom Homan was put in charge in Minnesota, right after Tom Homan was in Minnesota, and it's right after Don Lemon was back in Hollywood, and I believe Greg Bovino, ICE, is he back in California right now? It's a question I've got to ask you. Who led this? These are federal charges. Violation of the FACE Act. That's the crime, the law that was put in place to prevent the people in white hoods from going into houses of worship. Now, the trolling is going to be amazing. And one of the best comedy satirists on X is James Woods. And he claims to have started this whole thing when he called Don Lemon a dingleberry on the butt of America on the Megyn Kelly show. He said, he's got an image here with Don Lemon. "I'm your dingleberry." And there very well could be some dingleberries spilled in jail. Now, we all know Don Lemon will be out very quickly. We all know he'll be out of jail very quickly. That's just the way it works. But until he's out of jail, this is a Saturday Night Live skit. And I'm going to enjoy every single second of this. When you have the president of the United States saying, "When life gives you lemons," just take time and enjoy it. But the question I have, if something were to happen to Don Lemon while he's in custody, we would see an uprising like no other. This would make St. Floyd, Mike Brown, Trayvon, Hands Up, all that other stuff look like nothing. because the other two useful idiots have already, they have run their course. They are spoiled milk right now. So the Democrat Party needs another useful idiot. And Don Lemon very well could be that useful idiot. If something were to happen to Don Lemon while he was in custody, it would be journalists are being targeted. It would be the First Amendment is finished. It would be Donald Trump targeted personally. Donald Trump literally went down there himself and arrested Don Lemon, put him in cuffs, perp walked him to the same cell that Jeffrey was in. Something happened to him. We know that's the story that the news media would love to play. That would meet every little morsel of hype and rhetoric, and more importantly, propaganda that they would love to run with. I've got a clip here. You've got to see the clip. This is absolutely beautiful.
Minutes ago, confirming that former CNN anchor Don Lemon has been arrested by federal agents in Los Angeles just after midnight this morning at a hotel. This obviously all in connection with that storming of a church in St. Paul, Minnesota by that group of anti-ICE agitators. Now, remember, the feds had gone to judges to try to get Don Lemon arrested before. They went to a magistrate judge in Minnesota who didn't sign off on an arrest warrant for him. Then it went to a judge above him. He didn't sign off on an arrest warrant for him. Then it went to an appeals court. They also decided not to sign off for an arrest warrant for him. So there was experts who were predicting that perhaps the feds would go to a grand jury. It remains to be seen if that's what happened here, but we can confirm that Don Lemon was arrested in Los Angeles by federal agents just after midnight Los Angeles time at a hotel. Now, typically, standard procedure with an arrest like this is the defendant will likely make their first court appearance sometime the same day. So there's a chance.
So Bill Malugin brings up a very solid point. They didn't just go out and snatch this guy. They had to run this through a judge or a grand jury to get them to sign off on this, to present enough evidence to warrant the arrest warrant being issued. This has legs. Now, Don will be out. He's got a lawyer, Abby Lowell, very high profile Hollywood mogul lawyer. Think of the guy that was with O.J. Simpson, right? Will Don ever serve any prison time? Probably not. He's the modern day Jussie Smollett, the modern day Ilhan Smollett. But just enjoy the moment. Enjoy it. Because Don Lemon is going to become a martyr here.
We may see Don Lemon make his first court appearance in Los Angeles sometime today, but obviously this is going to grab all sorts of headlines. 3 other protesters from that church storming, have already been arrested, including who the feds say was the organizer of that protest. The woman in the middle there is a...
The woman in the middle says that's a woman in the middle. It looks like Uncle Ted over there on the far right, the Montana cabin guy. The one in the middle, if that's a woman, okay, change your way of life. Whatever you're doing, change your living. And then the chick above me, whoo, that looks bad too.
Including who the feds say was the organizer of that protest. The woman in the middle there is a school board member in St. Paul, and then the mugshot on the right is an online personality / agitator, if you want to call him that. He's known as the Woke Farmer. Those were the 3 people that the feds had already arrested, but we have confirmed that Don Lemon has now been arrested in Los Angeles in connection with that viral incident. We all saw the video of it. That spread and drew widespread condemnation. The feds have been going after these people on FACE Act violations. So this is still breaking news. Once we get more details about the potential charges here, a court appearance.
Guys, no one predicted you would have a gay guy, black, news journalist, some would say not the smartest guy, arrested on charges from a law that was created to go after the people in white hoods. That was also a group created by the Democrat Party. The hypocrisy and the irony are so amazing with this story. Just soak it in. Just enjoy it. You don't have to run and mortgage the farm on nothing's being done. Some of the black pill panicans, that's what they're going to latch onto. But just enjoy the little wins. It's going to get you through the day. It's going to get you through all of your challenges. Okay? Just enjoy the little win. This is not a Saturday Night Live skit. This was real. Don Lemon was arrested on charges, ran through either a grand jury or a judge, that were good enough to warrant the arrest being issued. Tune into the next one. It's the Ben Dyke Show. Guys, I'm so happy. It's not even funny. Like, I am happy. This is what I voted for. If this is what you voted for, smash the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.